Hey guys, this is Bud Patterson, Vice President of a Foreign Affair in Phoenix, Arizona. Last Saturday morning I woke up and took a look at some headlines on the internet channels that I normally read through on my early weekend mornings, and like many of you, I was completely astounded, truly amazed at the breadth of devastation brought on by the hurricane in the Philippines over the weekend. Many resources are saying that it was the strongest hurricane ever recorded in modern times and reached upwards of 230 mile-an-hour winds. And if you've seen the photos, you know what I'm talking about. The devastation that has occurred in some parts of the Philippines is tantamount to what we saw in 2004 with the tsunami in Asia. And you know, we've got our offices in the Philippines and our staff and people that we deeply, deeply care about. The first instinct obviously was to reach out and make sure that our staff members were okay, and we were told that our staff members were fine in Davao and in Cebu. There were some extended family members of our staff members who were unaccounted for as of this morning. So we have a lot of thoughts and a lot of prayers and a lot of fingers crossed that everybody will be found and accounted for and be all right. But obviously there's no denying the devastation brought on the people of the Philippines it's just enormous. It's really beyond words to describe it. And we deeply, deeply care about people in the Philippines who have allowed us to come to their community and create the kind of happiness and couples and those life-defining meetings that we've been famous for all over the world for 20 years. We feel it's really important to be responsible partners and citizens and frankly family members to the people in the Philippines, and we want to do a fundraising effort to benefit those who are desperately in need right now. Some of you have heard my blog about the earthquake that occurred in 2010 in Haiti, which lasted for 32 seconds. And in 32 seconds, 150,000 children became orphans. Obviously, we're going to have tens of thousands of children who are orphaned. We're going to have a lot of people who need the most basic of supplies, because it looks like for tens of thousands of people in parts of the Philippines, everything was lost. So we're going to conduct a fundraising effort. We've been doing them for a little over a year and a half now, and you guys have responded beautifully to our request for help in supporting people and children in the communities of which we are a part. And I still get guys out of the blue who will write me a check and just say, hey Bud, the next time you visit an orphanage in Ukraine, or the next time you do something for somebody somewhere on one of your tours, I want to see that, I want to be a part of it. So if you would kindly send your donations to our corporate office at the address below. Please write your checks to a Foreign Affair, and 100% of your donation, every single penny of your donation, is going to be taken to the Philippines by one of our staff members and transformed into life-giving food and water, clothing, shelter, whatever it is that we can provide for as many people as possible with the money that you give us. So we obviously will make our donations here, and we welcome your donations as well. Again, one of the advantages to donating through us, through a Foreign Affair, is that we will take 100% of your money and convert that into aid. And without being too obtrusive or too obnoxious, we'll try to photograph it, maybe videotape it, just so you can know that you were able to reach out and make a difference in the lives of the people in the Philippines as we deliver that aid to them personally. So that's obviously a bold pledge that we're making for you. It was the idea of one of our staff members, Bill Agee, whom many of you have seen and know. His lovely wife in the Philippines, expecting their daughter anytime now, and many employees and staff members that we deeply, deeply care about. And a lot of you have called us right away as soon as you heard the news to find out what's going on in the Philippines. How's your staff? How are the people there? The women that have joined your agency, and what aid efforts are you considering? So we know a number of you are going to respond to this. If you're looking for a place where you can donate a little bit of money to help the folks in the Philippines to make a difference, I hope that you'll make your donation here and let us take 100% of that donation to the Philippines and provide something in relief and shelter and supplies to the people who obviously deeply need it and deeply deserve it at this time. So again, send your donations to the address below, and thank you very much in advance.